Hey there, Aries, and welcome in to your weekly energy reading. My name is E.T., and I'm an intuitive energy reader as well as a Reiki master. And in this reading, I will be looking at the energies coming towards you this week in terms of crystals, the stories they have to tell, and the energies they can support us with. All of the crystals that come out today are ones that you can use to support you, no matter what message comes from them. At the end, I'll pull a card with an affirmation for you to use this week. Okay, we have our 3 cards out with obsidian at the bottom of the deck. Let me just take a look at these energies. Okay, Aries. What I'm getting from this is an elevation in confidence. And you know what's really interesting is whenever I want to say previously because I feel like there's been a shift in energy, and this must be what this is about, an opportunity for you to 5-5 change, right? Shift your energy, elevate your energy. And so I was starting to say, I feel like there's been a shift in energy because in the past, I feel like sunstone, and I mean this, the stone itself, sunstone, was antagonistic towards other stones. I make stone jewelry, okay, that these are all the same, but I make beaded jewelry, but I also just work with the raw materials of a bunch of different crystals, and I always felt like sunstone had a little bit of an attitude, okay, but not, and yes, I will say antagonistic at times, like it didn't want to be in a bracelet next to garnet. That's just an example, and obviously it didn't tell me that, but at 2:22 on the timer, I might not be too far off. But basically what I'm getting at, or what I'm getting to, is there's been a shift in energy in which sunstone is willing to, or at least in just the way that I wear my jewelry and work with crystals, sunstone is way more willing to compromise. So you have the opportunity to go through some sort of major change, or with 5-5 adding to 10, a completion in your life that is going to elevate not only your fire, not only your confidence, but your ability to be compatible with people, and this word just popped right in, of an upper echelon, okay? And we never put other people above other people, right? But the word upper echelon just came into my mind. So you are having some sort of opportunity, and with this lightning coming down, there's also energy coming up, but with this lightning coming down, it feels like a spiritual download. It feels like a spiritual download, or some sort of insight, some sort of vision shifts you into this new energy of compatibility, but like extreme confidence, and not to the point of arrogance, but inner confidence that radiates. Holy crap, good for you. That's beautiful. What may potentially okay. What may potentially impede you from that this week? What may potentially impede you from receiving this massive upgrade, this massive shift in your energy and in your confidence and in your fire, is not doing self-care. Come on, Aries. Right, we know you're a fire sign. We know you have that fiery energy, and it feels very strange for me to recommend that you go take a bath. But there is something, however you do it, it's unique to each of you, right? There's something that you do that helps you to get back into your body, to ground you back to center. That is part of your self-care. that you may have been neglecting that you need to start doing again. That's just coming in intuitively. And it's like, polish your horns? What the fuck? What does that mean? But like, maybe you have to get a pedicure. I don't know why that just came in. Like, you have to do something for you that you normally do for you that maybe you haven't done, or that you've been meaning to do. Yoga, Qigong, Tai Chi. Tai Chi and Qigong are very strong in my head right now. And I just noticed that this is also a 10. And so I was holding it upside down this whole time, to emphasize that when a card comes out upside down in this deck, it is emphasized. That is, it is for you. You need to use this crystal, or you need whatever the message is behind the card is strongly advised. So self-care, softness, at least a little bit this week, in some way, shape, or form. 46, 4 and 6 adding to 10 again will help you to complete some sort of cycle and level up. Your advice here is, if I just said to you, you need to go do that self-care thing, and then you're looking at the screen like, I literally just spent the last week doing that, or I don't know how to do that. I've been going for so long, I don't know how to do that. Then your advice, not only to work with sunstone, raw morganite, take a bath, take a walk in the park. If you don't have pets, see if you can go over to a friend's house who has pets. But the advice is, ask your spirit guides. Ask for some sort of divine guidance. If you believe in angels, ask your angels. If you're connected to your ancestors, ask your ancestors. Okay? And you can, here's the beautiful thing that just came in with celestite being the crystal of sweet dreams. I'm being called to tell you, and I just got the timer, or the number on the timer is an ancestral number for me, to confirm this to me, that this is also a message that is important. That you can ask for guidance out loud, or write it down in your waking life, to receive guidance in your dreaming life. That is a very, 7:44 on the timer, that is a very important message for somebody. You can literally take a piece of paper, write down the question that you have, the thing that you are uncertain about. Even if it's, what self-care do I need to include? What do I need to do to get to the next level? How can I appease my higher self? With the intention of receiving an answer in your sleep, in your dreams. Okay, and sometimes you wake up and you realize you didn't dream that night. Don't worry. If you have a piece of celestite, that can also help you to recall the dreams that you think you aren't recording. Okay, because everything is recorded. You just have to find the way to recall it. And so this is a very specific message for somebody, some Aries, who needs to work with celestite, work with morganite in a bath. I keep getting in a bath. You might not like baths, so maybe in some sort of spritz, or in your water. I can't believe I forgot this, but I did for 2 weeks drink morganite water and had a ridiculous heart expansion experience, so maybe that is also part of what needs to happen here. Okay? Really beautiful energies, though. Holy, good for you. Some sort of cycle coming to completion. Oh, and with with obsidian at the bottom of the deck, this is knowing thyself and mastering yourself to the point in which you have not only enlightenment, but you have unlocked a certain level of spiritual gifts. Okay? So if you don't feel like you have them yet, this is what's coming. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. Good for you, Aries. So just to close out, and this was a longer reading than I expected, but this is beautiful news for you in the next week ish, right? Time is fluid. Let's grab a Soul Journeys Lessons card with an affirmation to keep us in this, or keep us reminded of this beautiful celestial divine energy that we are being supported by, being uplifted by. Oh, interesting. Okay. Empathy. I'll be honest with you, I did not get another energy in this. It felt like a lot of this is work that you have to do on your own. But perhaps one of the questions you had in mind when I said you can write it down to ask a question, right? And expect to get an answer in your dreams. Maybe one of the questions had to do with another person. 11:11 on the timer when I said that. Maybe it had to do with another person, and more specifically, what I was thinking is how you've treated another person. Okay? So if the self-care you have to do is forgiving yourself for the way that you treated somebody when you were in a lower vibration, or you didn't have the perspective that you have now, then the advice is to forgive yourself, because you must be open to seeing both sides of the situation, including your own, from a different perspective, and have empathy for that perspective when you had it. Okay, all feelings are valid. That doesn't mean all actions are valid, right? But all feelings are valid. But this is also, because I just feel like I have to repeat it, if you have internal work, part of your self-care is actually to have empathy for some sort of situation in which you've been cold, then raw morganite would be recommended to get you into that softened heart space energy. Because remember, the gross to say payout, but the reward, the prize for all of this work that you've done in the completion of the cycle. How about that? That's better. The reward for completing this cycle, softening and recognizing where you might have to have some empathy, right? The reward for that is beautiful, is an up-leveling in confidence, in your ability to be compatible, in your spark, in your divine insight, right? So it's worth it. I mean, it's always worth it to have empathy for people, but sometimes when we're blinded by situations, we forget to, or we don't, right? So do that work if it's for you, but if it's not for you, and the empathy here, or the advice here, is to have empathy for yourself, then do that too. And good for you for doing the work. You are fully supported, and expect to receive confirmation of that. Okay? If this message resonated with you, please give it a like, a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.